My name is Mario Gentili. I'm working as a software engineer at Show My Homework. I went to two schools. In the first one, I was expelled a few times. I was a bit naughty as a kid. On the second one, I was expelled as well. Grades, I'd say teachers would describe me as I had above average grades, but not outstanding. Like a lot of my friends were doing a lot better than me. I had a bit of a temper, and I didn't like studying. I mean, my family worked really hard to send me to a really good school. I went to a really good private school in my country. I was studying economics in Venezuela. In the middle of that, I managed to get an internship, and they did web development. And I saw the engineers doing their stuff, and I thought it was interesting. And they pointed out to some resources that were online, and I started learning on my own. As everyone knows, the political situation is very tense, and the economy is pretty much sunk. So I decided to try luck in the UK as I have a dual nationality. I went to language school for a couple of months, then I worked as a waiter while I was looking for opportunities in different universities. No, I was actually rejected by LSE and King's College to get finance, hence why I went and applied to the program that I applied to, which is called Makers Academy. So I get selected, and then I go to them and say like, yeah, it's really cool and everything, but I don't have any money. I forgot to tell you a small part. They said like, wow, that's amazing because we're just trying out a pilot program in which if you make a crowdfunding campaign for an X amount of money, a StudentFunder will pay the rest of the tuition fees and grant you a loan. So basically they will mitigate the risk of you not paying because you don't have a credit score or anything, with the fact that you made an effort to get the money on a short period of time. So I was given a month to raise £1,500, which is a huge amount of money given the fact that I had no friends that could give me money because everyone was back in Venezuela, which as you know is shockingly poor. So I started going to events and just talking about my story. I spoke to friends here, friends of friends that were overseas, and I slowly got enough donations to get it. And I just came here to look for better opportunities, and look what happened. Thing is that I don't regret that many things. Like, one way or another, I ended up doing what I wanted. Yeah, I'd say that finding a mentor is very important, because when you're developing a skill, you need someone that will push you harder and harder. And at the same time, I think it's when you're learning something, it's very important you have a first positive experience with it, because in the future, when things get hard, that will help you to persist and will take part of your identity, and that way you will keep going and keep going. Talent gets you some places, but it doesn't get you to the end. And I've seen plenty enough people that were naturally talented, but with time were outperformed by people who just practiced.